Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here with Retro Crypto. Took a little bit of a hiatus the last several days. I had a molar removed in my mouth, and it was pretty painful. Actually, it was extremely painful. I was not prepared for the amount of pain, the sleepless nights it brought. But you know what they say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, it was one of those episodes in life. It makes me stronger. It's kind of like watching the market drop 20% in a day, and then holding your ground and realizing because you held your ground, you still have your money. That also happened last week when I was off. But anyway, guys, before we jump into this video is all about Hex and what's going on in the geopolitical world affecting Hex. But before we get started, I want to remind you, just an ordinary guy out there on the internet who loves cryptocurrency. I am not a financial advisor. It's essential that you do all of your own research before making any and every financial decision. Okay. Now, with that said, let's get this rolling here. Oh, by the way, I'm at 929, or maybe it's 930 subscribers right now, guys. I need 70 subscribers by what is it, the 31st? When does this month end? Oh my God, you see, back to my wife. The month ends today. Oh my gosh, guys, please hit that subscribe button. My goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers by March 1st, and I'm 70 off right now. So please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, or you can't for whatever reason, I understand. At least hit that like button. All right, that like button helps me out a lot, also. Okay. All right, guys. All right, that first thing I want to do is I want to jump into the overall market today. As you can see, we'll just use crypto bubbles today here. Crypto bubbles, it's kind of a fun site. It looks pretty cool bouncing around. You can drag and drop these and stuff. There you go. So there's Hex right there. Hex is down 1.1%. I take it. That's not bad. Bitcoin's up 2.2%. Luna, I really like. I still really like Luna. Polkadot's down 3.3%. I'm looking for my Cardano. You guys out there, you know I love my Cardano. I'm going to be doing another video to follow up on the one I previously did on Cardano. So if you're interested, I'll be doing that at some point today. But yeah, so I'll just jump down here. Oh, Hex has dropped down to the number 10 spot in the market cap. So Hex has actually did a significant pullback in the overall market cap, but it's still in the top 10. Honestly, doesn't even matter. It could be in the top 20 for all here. Top 20 is still the top 20, you know what I mean? But yeah, Hex actually fell back in the overall market cap to the 10th slot here. Hopefully we can at least retain that, because that gives bragging rights on its own. Got Terra Luna. I really like Terra. Solana, that's garbage. Cardano, good stuff. XRP, there's a lot going on with XRP, especially with this whole the sanctions and stuff, because of the way that XRP could transfer. I was watching BitBoy yesterday, actually. It was really interesting. It's worth you watching that video. USD coin, Binance is holding on. Yeah, everything's same old, same old. I mean, I'll take a $39,683 Bitcoin over a $3,400 Bitcoin any day. And trust me, Bitcoin was down at low 2 years ago, 2.5, not that long ago. All right, let's go ahead and move forward here. All right, let's talk about PulseX. PulseX is done. There's nothing to talk about. All right, so all sacrificing is complete for PulseX. I did not look to see if Richard Heart is allowing people to continue to sacrifice to it like he did for PulseChain. I don't even think they were supposed to. They just kept doing it. Actually, I don't even see an address in here. So maybe they're trying to avoid that from happening and just go around. Yeah, I don't even see the address. But yep, so PulseX sacrifice period is done with. Now we're just waiting for them to go live. Well, actually, we're waiting for PulseChain to go live. PulseX will be the DEX that sits on PulseChain, because PulseChain will be a layer 1 blockchain. And then we got the DAO, which I have very limited knowledge of the DAO. And you have the there's a coin, there's a coin that's going to go along with the DAO. I forgot the exact wording for some dumb reason. But I was listening to Trayvon James the other day, and he suspects that coin is going to be just the PulseX, which makes perfect sense, actually. But yeah. All right, let's keep rolling forward. Now we're going to jump right into the technical analysis, guys. All righty. All right, right now, so I'm looking here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently is sitting at $39,771. It's bouncing on this support line. It has a good support right now, and that support is sitting at 38,865. But that is a very solid support line that it's currently sitting on. And if that support does not hold, the next secondary support is at 34,778. And like I said before, if that doesn't hold, the next one down is basically about $30,000. Hopefully, we don't have to have this support line down here hit. But worst case scenario, it could always drop down to very high 29s. But that's the game we're in, right? Also, by the way, I was mentioning a mistake I made. I actually last week, I don't know what I was thinking. I had different things going against Tether, like Bitcoin versus Tether, Hex versus Tether. Don't use Tether. Stick with the U.S. dollar. Tether is a stable coin, but it's not the same. It's not the same as going against the U.S. dollar with the USDC coin. That's my personal opinion, but anyway. I guess everybody has their own preferences out there, though. Now, we're going to look at the RSI for Bitcoin today, and you'll see that it's neutral. It's a little bit on the overbought side, but nothing to brag about. So it's just very stable as far as selling versus buying right now. The volume oscillator, let's see. Let's take a look at here. So the volume is up today, though. So, okay, so you see a little bit of volume spike down here at the bottom. So that actually adds this just a little bit, though. It's nothing really to brag about, guys. So, yeah, that's where that's at right now. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin with my knockoff market cipher chart that I've kind of tweaked a little bit, guys. I really wasn't liking the bottom, the the market cipher B chart. I wasn't really liking it, so I did away with it. And I went with the fear and greed indicator down here. And then I did a volume chart here. It flows so much better for me. So basically what we're seeing here is right here, this triangle was what I was waiting to have happen, and that was a reversal of a previous trend. And the previous trend was very much so a downtrend. Now this reversal kicked in, and then we had some bullish continuations, and then we had a long symbol pop up, and then after that there was a bullish trend, a bullish continuation here. I'm sorry, bearish continuation, then a bullish continuation, then a bearish continuation, then a bullish. You see what I mean? But then right here, it came in with a that red X is a short signal, and then a short, and then definitely a short signal there with that the red dot there. And so what I'm thinking, let me look over here real quick. So from looking at that, what I'm thinking is, oh, wait, I just saw this pop up. Oh, my God, I didn't even know that was there yet. All right, so then we had another trend reversal here. So this was a tricky one for me to try to understand. This is where the market cipher, I really like it because it tells you a lot, but you really got to read into it too. Now you look down here, the market's in a fear mode right here. So we're in a fear mode in the market, but the volume is very good right now for Bitcoin. But there was a trend reversal. This trend, I'm going to say this is a highly potential bullish trend reversal, but I have nothing to base it on. But I'm actually going to go up a bullish trend reversal. Yes, it is bullish trend reversal because now look at it just broke 40,455. Outstanding. Yeah, I really do like market cipher, guys. It's a very useful tool. Very, very useful tool. All right, so we're going to jump over here to the next chart with Bitcoin, and we're going to look at the moving averages. Now, everything I'm doing today is in a 4-hour because it gives a different view as you look at different hours. So if we jump back to Bitcoin real quick, if I put this over here, oops, wrong thing. If I put this here at 2 hours, you will see that the 2 hour does have the trend reversal. Okay, yep. We're definitely gonna be going to bullish trend reversal, guys. I feel pretty confident now. Okay, cool. All right, all right. Sorry. All right. Anyway, all right, we're gonna jump over here to this the moving averages here. You'll see that Bitcoin 20-day moving average has crossed over the 50-day moving average, which is very good. And this chart is actually looking pretty healthy if you compare it to what we've been seeing. It's a very healthy looking chart there. Very much so. All right. And the 200 days about to cross over the 100. Not exactly good, but I'm not too worried about that. Now remember, the moving averages doesn't like when there's a death cross and stuff. It's not predicting the future. It's just a tool. A lot of people get frustrated. Oh, you're predicting another death cross. They happen all the time. It's not a guarantee, but it's just you use it to help try to predict what's going to happen. Down here, the MACD. Remember, the MACD follows behind the market, but the MACD is actually moving into a bullish territory. The green just crossed over the red right there. All right, enough for Bitcoin. Let's go to HEX. That's why you guys are here. Man, I feel rusty. I haven't done a video in so long. I absolutely feel rusty. Bear with me, guys. All right. Now we're looking at HEX. Now, you remember I took and drew this descending, I guess you can call it a wedge, this descending wedge here. And it started on February 10th. Yeah, February 10th. And we just bounced around it. And I love how these work because they actually truly do work. We just bounced around it. And then on the 24th, we bottomed out, shot up, cleared it, and now we're floating over here. So what I need to do is I need to build a new wedge. Should I do it now? I'm going to do it later. I'm going to build a new wedge for the next time we look at it. But this shows me that we broke out of this downtrend that we were on, and now we're actually on a brief uptrend. So that's pretty exciting stuff for HEX. Now, yeah, remember, it's exciting when HEX had dropped all the way down to 12 cents. So now we're at 14.3. It's not really enough to jump up and down about. I felt much better when it was in the mid-20s, tell you the truth. Yeah, now the current support line for it, though, is at 0.1235 cents. So keep that in mind, too. The RSI is showing HEX as being underbought right now. I mean, oversold. So it's a good chance to buy some HEX probably, guys. The volume for HEX is oversold, and the volume is low. So that's where we're at with HEX right now, guys. Now, we're going to look at the markets. We're going to spend some real time on this market cipher chart today because it looks very interesting. All right, so then we're going to jump all the way back to February 10th when it was a reversal or a previous trend, and we started to do these little yellowish diamonds here are bullish trend continuations, and the red ones are bearish continuations. The red X's are short signals. And as we flow through here, and the red dots and the green dots are kind of a no-brainer to me. As we flow through here, you'll see that HEX had 1, 2, 3 manipulation signals. And manipulation signals means that the numbers are off. Like the market's not it's somebody's manipulating the market, basically. And you'll see that it was a major sell-off, and that's where it dropped down to 12 cents. And you'll see the volume spike here with the sell-off. Then you'll see another volume spike here, takes off, then boom, triangle, previous trend reversal right here. But it did just come up with a short signal yesterday. And that short signal, when that short signal went up, there was right after it a heck of a spike with people selling. So what do I predict for HEX? I'm not sure. I'm actually predicting HEX to start going back up, tell you the truth, guys. I'm looking at this. I'm actually predicting it to go up. Now the market's on the fear side of things. The volume is relatively low, but yeah, I'm predicting HEX to start moving slowly but surely. All right, now that's about unforeseen things, all the issues going geopolitical. We'll say that for later. All right, this is my little wedge I always leave in here. Always remember, always compare HEX to back here. It's not that long ago either. On February 28th, we'll do that date. All right, where are we at? February 28th. Boom. On February 28th last year, 1 year exactly, HEX was worth 0.16 of a cent. 0.016. A penny and a half, basically, guys. And now it's worth 14 cents. I don't think you have any ground to complain. You're doing good. If you don't think that's good, start playing with stocks, and then you're gonna be excited with 10% gains. All right, Hex right now is bouncing around this wedge. I love keeping this wedge, and I took it. I was going to delete it the other day, and decided to keep it, and it was the best decision because you'll see here we're still on that downtrend that started on September 19th, but we're on the overall uptrend. Never broke the support line. Now it has broke it momentarily a few times, but for the most part, it's held. And even here recently, I'll make this bigger. You'll see that it held on this support line, which is really cool. All right. And like I said, I had this little theory. I have nothing to base it on, but like, when does this wedge end? Like mid-May, early May. I'm predicting that PulseChain will be out before then, but I have absolutely nothing to base it on. It's just my gut feeling, guys. All right, now we got the fib retracement here. Fib retracement, as always. I just point this out real quick today. This 50% mark in the middle, because we're on a downward trend. This 50% mark, Hex needs to cross that before it's officially considered in a bullish territory with the Fibonacci retracement. All right, now this is used mainly for when people want to short it, because they'll have it bounce off of that a couple times, and then they'll feel safe to short it because it didn't break past the 50% spot. But I'm just using it as a marker of knowing when we're going back to bullish territory. All right, and the Bollinger Bands. You can't go wrong with learning about Bollinger Bands. They're so easy to read, guys. Bollinger Bands. Top is buying pressure. Bottom is selling. Middle is neutral. Right now, we're actually towards the bottom on the Bollinger Bands with selling pressure. So, useful knowledge. Useful. All right. Now, let's keep this going right here. All right, there was a project that came out. It's called Hedron. I'm not doing it. All right. I'm getting a little nervous. Richard Heart made multiple videos, live streams about all the projects that's going to be coming out for Hex, and to be very careful who you trust, very careful where you choose to invest your money. Now, Hedron kind of came out of nowhere for me. I live on Twitter. I run around the web, and all of a sudden I heard about it this weekend. 1 second. And they're handing out free tokens, whatever. You can just take your stake, whatever they want you to do. I looked at the white paper, read it a little bit. It just seemed suspicious to me. So I backed away from it. I felt more comfortable with liquid loans. Definitely Post Doge I feel comfortable with. Mintra, I definitely feel comfortable with Mintra. But this one just gave me the heebie-jeebies for whatever reason. And I could be completely wrong and fall flat on my face. Because remember, I'm just an ordinary guy out there on the internet. You have to do your own research. But I just didn't feel comfortable with this. Now, what I'm saying is, be careful. There's a lot of projects out there. Now, I'm going to be doing a Cardano video later of the projects I chose to buy into or in the Cardano ecosystem. But part of it's gut feeling. As you do this long enough, you start looking for certain things. And one of the things I didn't like about this project is the way it just, for me, it just came out of nowhere. And that, for me, as much time as I spent on Twitter and stuff, it just... And then the devs, I was trying to figure out who are the developers, where's their pictures, who's their name. There's nothing. It just, I don't know. Just didn't trust it, guys. But just be careful, all right? I'm not saying it's not real. It could be the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just saying be careful. All right. You guys don't care about that. All right, here we go. Let's jump on some geopolitical news real quick. Binance to donate $10 million to Ukraine refugees. Opens crowdfunding project. Binance says the money will be donated to NGOs on the ground to help refugees and children. Binance will donate $10 million to intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations to provide emergency relief to refugees and children, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange said in a media release. Binance will allocate the funds to organizations such as UNICEF, the UN, I don't know these names. You get the idea. So I'm not a biggest fan of Binance, but I do think it's pretty cool they're donating $10 million. That's a very, very good public relations thing there. People are suffering for no reason at all, but other than conquest and egos, I guess you would say. All right, that's next one here. Russian banks cut off from SWIFT and Ukraine receives outpouring of crypto support. Now, this one I want to talk about. I lost one article I wanted to save. I'm not even going to, well, I'll read this briefly. The United States and allies have taken unprecedented steps today in proposing to restrict Russian banks, which is official now, from the SWIFT system. This move aims to paralyze Russia's ability to finance its war efforts by cutting off access to the dollar-based financial system and rendering its central bank assets less useful. So basically, you gotta remember, cryptocurrency, this is going to be great for cryptocurrency and bad at the same time, because Russia, this is going to cripple them. Definitely going to cripple them. But at the same time, it's going to make them look at down other avenues, for their finances and trade wise, in which that's where cryptocurrency come into effect. And there is no way to regulate. Like right now, somebody in the U.S. could transfer 100 million Bitcoin from the U.S. to Russia right now. Boom, done. The central banks are out of the loop. SWIFT, which is a European system, is out of the loop. It's a problem. But it's not really addressed right now because there's no way to really fix it. And I really wonder if it can be, and if it can, how are they going to go about doing it? But it's one of the good things about, because the whole premises behind cryptocurrency was to become unbanked, not to be controlled by the banking system. And you can see what the banking system could do. They could shut you down at any time. They just shut down it. May not be the world. It might be the second largest or the first largest country in the world. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Something to definitely think about, though, guys. U.S. cutting off Russia's central bank from U.S. dollar transactions. That just happened today. So U.S. is taking immediate action on Monday to prohibit American dollar transactions with Russian central bank and fully block the Russian Direct Investment Fund senior administrator. So the U.S. is cutting them off with our bank from our banking system. Now they use SWIFT, but SWIFT is European. But regardless, the U.S. is also cutting Russia off from its funds. And I wanted to read this part. The steps are meant to prevent Russia from accessing a rainy day fund that officials said Moscow had been expecting to rely upon during the invasion of Ukraine. Instead of using the reserves to buffer a plummeting ruble, Russia will no longer be able to access the funds and keeps in U.S. dollars. That's huge, guys. Now it's kind of cool to see the whole world stick together like this. In a way, it's definitely a good thing. But it also means every action has a reaction. So, Russia's going to suffer through this. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But I strongly suspect they won't let it happen again either. All right. And let's see. Russia banks raise key rates by 20% in desperate measure to save the ruble. I don't even got to read that one. It is what it is. They're crashing hard. All right, guys. So basically, what I do every day is I go on CoinDesk.com and I go into Cointelegraph and I read articles and I glance at them and I read them just to get an overall feeling of what's going on in the world. Then I'll go to Google News, see what's going on. It's essential that you're always trying to educate yourself, because everything that's going on in the world will have a direct effect on your crypto investments and honestly your stock investments also. So it's really important to be aware of what's going on and start connecting the dots. And then you start trying to predict what's going to happen, what's coming our way. Right now, I see a boom in cryptocurrency. Long term, I see dark days ahead because I see a recession coming. But it's going to get pushed off now because of this war. But that's what I see coming. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Like I said, I'm going to do one later today for Cardano. If you're interested, if you're sleeping on Cardano, do not sleep on Cardano. You're going to regret it, and you're going to take it to your grave. Mark my words on that. But that's it. Please remember to subscribe, hit the like button. Till next time, stay happy, stay blessed, and most of all, stay profitable. All right, guys. Peace out.